What's up, wavers? Welcome to PhD and Waves. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going over a method that I used to do all the time when I couldn't lay down my 360 waves. I get so many questions and so many comments of people telling me my hair won't lay down. I did the wash and style. I did the hard brush. I did all these methods and my hair won't lay down. But in today's video, I'm gonna go over a method that's gonna help you guys lay down your pattern. All right, so I'm on an extremely heavy wolf. So I've been doing this method pretty much every single day to lay down my hair. Your hair won't lay down simply because it's not trained to lay down. So it's either because you're not brushing enough, you're not wearing your durag enough, you're not doing the wash and style once a week. There's so many reasons why your hair won't lay down. All right, so the method is super easy. You don't really need any products. If you want to put products in your hair during this time, you can, but it might make the method a little bit harder because when you add moisture into your hair does tend to curl up, frizz. I have a whole video about moisturizing your 360 waves. I'll link that down in the description. All right, first things first in the method, you want to comb out your hair. You want to lift up your pattern. You want to detangle all layers of your pattern. If you're not combing your waves, you are missing out on a lot of benefits because a comb really goes into your waves and it detangles your pattern and makes sure every layer of your pattern is penetrated and trained. A brush just kind of goes over the first couple layers of your pattern. Just comb for about 5-6 minutes, nothing crazy. Okay, so like I said, you want to comb out your pattern. This is just to stretch everything out, detangle, and to help get rid of that overcurling. So comb for about 5 to 10 minutes. All right, so I just combed up my hair. I penetrated all layers of my hair to make sure my curls are stretched out and everything is detangled. You don't want to walk around like this with your hair lifted and frizzy like this. So obviously we have to lay our pattern back down. So I'm gonna go through what I do to lay everything back down. You wanna use a medium brush. A medium brush is a good brush to use because it's not too hard. It's also not too soft. If you really wanna lay down your pattern and train your pattern, you wanna press down a little bit to fully extend and stretch out your curls. You're gonna brush for around 5 to 6 minutes. You could brush for longer if you want, but if you want this method to be quicker, brush for 5 to 6 minutes. All right, so when you're brushing with the medium brush, you want to make sure that you're pressing down and you really want to focus on stretching out your curls and getting it to lay down. So make sure you really are focusing on your angles and you're focusing on specifically stretching out your curls just to make sure they're in place, to make sure they are laid down. All right, so I just brushed for about 5 to 6 minutes. And as you can see, my hair is still frizzy. It's still lifted a little bit, but that's okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put on a durag to help lay and compress our hair. Brush causes friction, so you're naturally gonna have frizz. So what we're gonna do is brush our hair into place, and then we're just gonna use the durag to actually compress and lay our pattern. A durag does a way better job at training our pattern to lay down, but we simply just need the brush to brush our hair into place. So we're just gonna go back and forth. We're gonna brush for a little bit and then put on the durag to compress our hair fully and let the durag do all the work. I'm gonna keep going back and forth. I'm gonna brush, durag, brush, durag, brush my hair into place, put on the durag to compress and lay our pattern. And over time, our pattern is gonna begin to get more laid. I'm gonna put on my durag for around 20-30 minutes. You could put it on for 10 minutes. It really just depends on your schedule. The longer you put on the durag, the better your hair is gonna be compressed. All right, so my durag's been on. Now I'm gonna get in another brush session. So let's keep moving our hair into place. All right, so second brush session, same thing. You want to focus on moving your curls into place and getting them to lay down. Make sure you're really focusing on any areas that are really stubborn. Go over those areas. That's the only way to train your pattern, is to brush. This time I'm going to use the Ziploc bag method just to lay down some frizz before I put on the durag, just so I'm not locking in that frizz with the durag. If you lock in the frizz with your durag, it's going to be very hard to lay it back down. All right, now I'm gonna put on the durag again just to continue to lay down my pattern. All right, so this is the second time. We're just gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep doing it until our pattern looks the way we want our pattern to look. And eventually our hair is gonna lay down and it's gonna be in place. All right, y'all, we back with another brush session. So as you can see, my hair is looking pretty laid. Like, honestly, my hair is getting more and more laid. So now that I see my hair is moving into place, I'm gonna move down to a soft brush. I don't want the medium brush to frizz up my hair too much, just so my hair isn't getting lifted now that my hair is compressed. If your hair is starting to lay down and you're liking the way it looks, move down to a soft brush. Now I'm just gonna get in a 5-minute brush session with the soft brush. All right, so the soft brush is really just going to start to lay everything down. The medium brush does cause a little bit of frizz, so once your pattern is beginning to lay down, simply get in a brush session with the softie. All right, so I'm going to get in the Ziploc bag method again, just to lay down any sticking up here before I put on the Durag. This might be the last time that I put on the Durag. But for you guys could do this as long as you want, and you can spread it out throughout the day. You could do it the whole day. You could do it half the day. I do want to show you guys the results of this method. I think I'm gonna call this method 360 wave on and off method. I haven't seen any other wavers do this method, but this method has helped me out so much. So yeah, these are the final results. I could keep going, but honestly, I'm tired. I don't feel like brushing anymore. If this method didn't work for you and you're wolfing, I recommend you cut down your wolf. That simply just means you're not able to control your curls and it's time for a haircut. But now I'm just gonna rag up and call it a day. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Make sure to subscribe. Visit phdandwaves.com for more content, more tips and tricks. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.